السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. ما بعد، أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. ربي زدني علما. اللهم لا سهل إلا ما جعلته سهلا وأنت تجعل الحزن إذا شئت سهلا. أهلا وسهلا ومرحبا بكم. I welcome you all to the class of دروس اللغة العربية لغير ناطقين بها, and today inshallah ta'ala we are going to start lesson number 8, and we've done in the previous lessons ismul fa'il, ismul maf'ul, ismul alat, ismul makan, ismul zaman, right? These are all called mushtaqat, and the derived nouns from the masdar. So you have the masdar and you remove all these things, right? Like we learned that maf'al or maf'il will be the ismu zaman or makan. Okay, like fataha yaftahu, maybe not maftah, but dakhala yadkhulu madkhal, entrance. Kharaja yakhruju makhraj. If it is kasra, it will be a kasra. Jalasa yajlisu, bab daraba, majlis. We also learned ismul alat. We learned that there are three patterns for ismul alat. Mif'al, like miftahun, mif'alun, right? Like mibradun, the sharpener, mibrad, and uh, and mif'alatun, miknasatun, like a broom sharpener and a key. Now, all these things, these are ismul alat, is what we learned. We also learned ismu fa'il, ismu maf'ul from the naqis also, um, right? Like qada yaqdi qadin. Qada yaqdi is to judge. So the ismul fa'il will become qadin instead of qadiyun, because it's weak letter. It'll become qadin. But if you bring alif lam, then it'll come back al qadi. And we also learn sa'a yas'a. The ismu makan will be from that mas'an, right? Mas'a, uh, the place where you do sa'i. Mas'a, tafa yatufu mataf, and so on. Wa'ada ya'idu, it's misal, so it'll always be maf'il, the ismu makan, maw'id, the appointed time or the appointed place. And all these things we learned in the last 4 lessons. After third lesson, we learned past passive, fu'ila, and so on, inshallah. Now we'll go into several miscellaneous rules, and this is majorly about duals and Jama Muzakkar Salim, right? Plurals and duals. So we have a word, for instance, Muslimun, Muslimun, right? Muslimun. How do you make it plural? How do you make it plural? Muslims plural is una, correct? Muslimuna, Muslimuna. Now I have a question. Where did this tanween go? Because this does not have alif lam. So this should also have tanween, no? Where did the tanween go? Any idea? Where did the tanween go? We didn't speak about this before. Just we could guess maybe. It changes form. The tanween changes form and became a letter. Changed to una, correct? Partially. It changed to a noon. The waw is the file, not the file, but the thing which shows it's the waw al jama. It's called the waw of plural. Right? The noon is it's called iwadun an tanween, substitute of a tanween. Okay, this muslimuna. So in place of tanween, yes. So why is this important is when we make it a mudaf. So in mudaf we drop the tanween, right? Muslim of Makkah, Muslimu Makkata. So this will be Muslimu Makkata. Same thing will apply to this. Muslimu, Muslimu Makkata. Noon drop. That's it. Noon drop. Muslimu Makkata. The Muslims of Makkah. Same thing for duals also. Like Muslimani, when it becomes a mudaf. Muslimani Makkah. Muslimani Makkah. So it'll become Muslima Makkata. Noon drop again. Will there be an alif to that? I don't know about the alif because this is not a verb, but I'm not sure about this alif of wiqaya. I'm not sure about it. Okay. Mm. Will we write it or not? Will not write it. It won't come. It doesn't come here. Now, yes, it won't come here. It won't come here. Now, okay. Now I want to make it majroor. So for singular, right? For singular, what I'll do is min, min muslimi makkata. Now, how will I do it for this? Min, wow will change into a yeah, min muslimi, correct? Muslimi makkata. Because una will become ina, no? Similarly, this will become like this Muslimi Makkata. Okay. And Muslima also becomes Muslimai Makkata. Min Muslimai Makkata. This is my, huh? This is not me. Muslimai Makkata. You see. No, this is just, it'll drop. It's very rare. I'm not sure. Not very rare. It's uncommon because I don't see it much. I don't remember seeing so much. Uh, I answered my for the third one. Yeah. Muslimai Makkata. So it's little confusing for you to identify many times. Is this dual or plural or whatever? And it requires a lot of practice while you're reading the text. Sometimes you it becomes difficult to understand. I don't know if it comes in the Quran any place. Yeah, practice and understanding words. I don't know where it comes in the Quran, but he also doesn't give the examples of Quran, I guess, for this. But this is the rule that the noon will drop, right? Like the fail mudare, the noon drops in jazm and nasb, right? Similarly here also, the noon will drop. Now the issue is with ya mutakallim. Okay, now I have to say my Muslims. I want to say so. There's Muslimuna plus ya. This is also mudaf mudaf le, no? When a pronoun joins a noun, it becomes mudaf mudaf le. So you'll drop the noon, it'll become muslimu ya. Muslimu ya. With ya mutakallim. Okay. And you might get confused, like, what is this? Right? So you should remember it's actually muslimuna plus ya mutakallim, and it should be muslimui, mui. But it's so difficult to pronounce because wow and ya are coming together, and they didn't want to drop anything because you can't drop anything here, right? Because if you drop anything here, it's like difficult to get the concept. So so they gave a fatha to this because wow and ya they don't generally come together. So Muslimu, yeah, Muslimu, yeah. And now you want to make it min from my Muslims. So what will happen is min Muslimi, and then there's another yeah. So it'll become min Muslimiyya. You see, from my Muslims. See, Muslimiyya. Now you might get confused, like, where did this come from? Muslimiyya, right? So it was actually Muslimuna. It became Muslimina. Then you brought a ya mutakallim. You dropped the noon. Two yas became similar and became Muslimiyya. Muslimi. So, and similarly for duals, also same thing. Inshallah, we'll get a good practice of it. But just dropping the noon and mixing the yars. Like qalamani and plus ya, it becomes you drop the noon. Qalamaya. You give it a fatha also for easier reading because qalamai also. I think some people read it like that, qalamai. Um, but this is qalamaya is also is the correct, more correct. Qalamaya, qalamaya, and again for aini, no, ani becomes aini. So you drop the noon, it becomes qalamaya, like p or min, right? From my two pens of p in my two pens. Qalamaya. How did this qalamaya become qalamaini plus ya, and then you drop the noon and join the yas. Fi qalamaya. Inshallah, this is the main thing which is teaching. He's teaching us several other rules or rules. Why is there alif after nam? Where? Where? After lam. Qala. Oh, no, this one is wrong. Yeah, this is wrong. I added an alif. It should be qalamaya. Not this one. Yeah, incorrect. That's a typo. Okay. So this is the main thing he's teaching in this lesson. The Surabel. And he's teaching how was also. How was we learned here he is, ha he is z, here she is, ha anaza, here I am. He's teaching us plurals also sometimes, ha hum a hulai or something. Why after and the ya has a fatha, yes. The first is what is aina kalamaya. Because it's easier to read, I guess. Aina kalamai, my, because the ya should get a sukun. Because remember, ya mutakallim, it's there's a choice between giving a fatha also. So you can say kitabi and you can say kitabiya. You see several times in the Quran also. Ha umuqra'u kitabiyah. So in ya mutakallim, there's a choice also for that. Kitabiya, my book. You can give a fatha to the ya mutakallim. That's very common in the Quran, in Surah Qiyamah and so on. Okay. So here also we are giving a fatha. So normal things also, baiti, my house, you can say baitiya also. It's just fine from what I remember. Huh? So let's begin the lesson, inshallah. He's teaching us zanika, tanika also. We learned haza, hazihi, right? Haza's dual is hazani, and zanika is, I mean, hazani is the dual of it. Haza, hazani, haulai, hazihi, hatani, right? He's teaching us zalika's dual, which is zanika, and tilka's dual, which is tanika. So it is like this. All the demonstrative pronouns are like this. Hada, hadani, haulai, hadihi, hatani, haulai. Zalika, dhanika, ulaika, tilka, tanika, ulaika. All of them are like this. It's just dual, and duals are anyways rare, so not an issue in that, inshallah. So let's begin. Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Al-Mudarrisu says, Aina qalamaya. This is a little complicated to get a hold of because it might look weird. What does this mean? So remember, Aina is where, and then qalamaya, uh, this alif gives away that it is dual. And yeah, alif gets a fatha. So it means, where are my two pens? So this lesson is basically for, uh, duals mostly. Where are my, and plurals also, but duals are more in this. Aina qalamaya, because it sounds weird. Because I remember the first time I think I remember that the first time I read this looks weird a lot. Aina qalamaya, and to get a grasp of it took time. Where are my two pens? Because you don't see anything ani. We've been used to ani and stuff, right? So the noon dropped and it's just weird. Aina qalamaya, where are my two pens? Where did I my come from? From the ya mutakallim. And where did the noon go? It dropped. So it was actually qalamani, and then ya came, you drop the noon because it's tanween, right? The noon is just for tanween. So you drop mudaf, drop. When a pronoun joins a noun, it becomes mudaf, mudaf ilayh. You drop the noon, it becomes khalamaya. Bisautin alin, with a loud voice. It says with a alin is loud, high. It could be high also. Minaratun aliyatun. It came in book two some time back. So alin, aliyah is the muannas. It's also manqus, no? Alin, qadin, same thing. Ala, ya ala. If I remember correctly, Allahu alam. Ala, ya ala, or ya al. Yeah, I think yeah, it's ya ala. But anyways, alin is the ismul fa'il, with a loud voice, loudly. أرأيتم خلمي يا إخوانو. Did you see my? Now, why did it become khalamaya? Any idea? Khalamaya become khalamaya. Why did it become khalamaya? Just now we learned dual is khalamaya. Why did it become khalamaya? From my two pens. There's no from, no? Or item, did you see? Which case is this? At least that. Fatha, nam, mansub. Correct. Yes, it's mansub. Mm. Mansub, yes. Object, yes. Did you see my two pens? Again, this is a little confusing because you don't see my two pens and you might think this is a new word, right? It's not that. So you can remember it's like this. Like we remembered Una and Ina and Ani and Aini, this is Aya and Ayya, right? Aya, Ayya, Ayya. That's what it'll become. Aya, ayya, ayya. If with ya mutakallim I'm talking about. Without ya mutakallim, nothing. There you just drop the noon. It becomes a e e without ya mutakallim, like khalama hamidin or khalamay hamidin. That's fine. Bintay hamidin, huh? That's fine. But with ya mutakallim, it becomes aya and ayya. And for jama muzakkar salim, it becomes uya and iya. Yeah. So aya, ayya, uya, iya. Easier way to memorize. That's what I yeah. That's what I think it'll be helpful, inshallah. Aya, ayya. Like una, ina, ani, aini, aya, ayya, and uya, iya. Okay. Ara'aytum khalamayya. Again, how did this come? Ara'aytum is ra'a yara, right? Is for question. Ra'aytum. Did you see? Qalamaini, because ani becomes aini, right? When it's mansub or majroor. So it'll become uh, qalamaini. You drop the noon, ya mutakalim, and become khalamayya. Ra'aytum khalamayya ya ikhwanu. Did you see my two pens? Ya ikhwanu. Majidun says, ha huma dhani ya ustadu. What is this ha huma dhani? Same thing like ha huwa dha, ha hiya the, here he is. In book two or somewhere it came, right? Here he is. Ha anaza. Here I am. Ha he is he. Here's the scorpion or something in the lesson it came. Aqrabun fil fasl. Right? There was a scorpion in the class. So ha huma is just for dual. Zani. Ha huma. Zani. Here they both are. Ya ustad. Ha huma zani. Here they both are. Ya ustad. So when you're searching for something, this is what, or you're asking for some person or something, this is what you say. Ha naza. Here I am. Ha huma zani. Here, these two are. It's just, ha, hazani, right? Hazani plus in between you add a huma. Same thing with haza, you add a hua, right? Ha, hua, da. So what is ha, hua, da? Haza, you break it apart, put hua in between. And then hazihi also, instead of hadihi, you just take the hazi and put a hiya. Ha, hiya, zi. So just splitting of huma. Here also, here it is splitting of hazani, you put huma. That's it. And it means, can you please write and show? So this ha, za. What? Hada. You break the ha. You give it an alif also. Ha huwa za. Ha huwa za. Here is na. And then we have hazihi. You drop the ha also. Ha hiya Ha hiya z. You add a ya also, huh? Ha hiya z. Ha hiya z. Here she is. Then haza again, and you add ana in there. Ha ana za. I don't know the spelling. Maybe it's like this or with an alif. Ha ana za. Or you have an alif like this. Ha ana za. I don't remember the spelling. Ha ana za. Ha, should be alif. Ha ana za. This might be wrong. I'm not sure about the spelling. Ha ana za. Mm. Ha ana za. Um, okay. With alif, huh? No, here I am. Ha ana za. Ha ana za. Here I am. And then he teaches plural also for this. I think in this lesson itself. Yeah. There's haulai, no? There's haulai. Haulai. You split the haulai again. Ha, and you bring hum in between. Ha ulai. Here they are. Something like ha ulai. Very. I don't know if it's there in the Quran. I've never read it. Ha ulai. But this is how it is. Here they are. And for female, it'll be ha hunna ulai. Ha hunna ulai. Here they are. It's just weird, no? Ha hunna ulai. Ha hum ulai. Ha ulai. You break it up. Mm. So ha huwa da, ha huma dani. Huma is also same thing. No? Ha huma dani, ha yazi, ha hunna ulai. And nahnu also they do. Ha nahnu, ha nahnu. It's if it's plural, you just add ulai. Ha nahnu ulai. Here we are. Here we are. It's just here we are, here they are, and so on. Ha huma zani is also like that. Ha zani, you just add huma. No need to memorize this. Just not that important. Okay. Ha huma dhani ya ustad. Here these two are ya ustad. Huma tahta haqibatik. Huma, they two are under your bag. They two are under your bag. Haqibatika. Tahta, that's why it gets a kasra. No? Hatu dafatirakum ya ikhwan. Give your notebooks ya ikhwan. We learned hati, right? In book 2. Hati is for male person. Yeah? And hatu is for plural. Hatu. And then hatina or just hati, and then hatina. It comes from the Quran. Qul hatu burhanakum. Bring your evidence. Bring or give. Hatu dafatirakum ya ikhwan. Give your notebooks. Give me also. You can translate it as. It's called ismul fa'al. Remember, a verb noun, not a verbal noun. A verb noun. Ismul fa'al. And we learned some of them, right? Amin. Right? There are some words which has the meaning of verb. It's not verbal noun. This is like it could have the meaning of past tense, it could have the meaning of present tense, it could have the meaning of future, present and future, and order also. Like Amin means istajib. So instead of using a verb, they use some type of construction like this. For there's no there's no verb or something. They use some word like Amin. It means what? Istajib. Why did they create like this Amin? We don't know. There's no most of it is jamid. There's no, you cannot have a construction. There's a verb or masdar behind it. Ismul fa'il like or uff also is the same thing, no? Uff. Wala taqul lahuma uff. Don't say uff also to them. Uff or ahi is also something. I feel pain. Ahi, I feel pain. Similarly, hati is like that. Give me or give. Bring, or we can say bring also. Bring your notebooks, ya ikhwan, or give your notebooks. Daftar, dafatir is the plural. Ya ikhwanu, yusallimu li kullu wahidin minkum daftaraini. Sallama yusallimu, we learned last time. If it comes with ala, it means to say salam. And if it comes with li, it means to submit, to give. Yusallimu li kullu wahidin. So kullu wahidin is the file of yusallimu. So each one of you, or everyone also you can say, but each one is more fine because wahid, right? everyone, kullu ahad it should have been, I think. Each one of you should submit to me, minkum, from you all, daftaraini, two notebooks, daftara nahwi or daftara sarfi. The nahus notebook and the sarf, grammar and the morphology book. الطلاب يسلمون له دفاترهم. The students submit sallama yusallimu, form 2 this is, right? يسلمون له, submit to him their notebooks. أين دفتراك يا هشام? Why did he introduce these two notebooks? To teach us this. Ka. You drop the noon. So أين دفتراني, the noon drop. دفتراك يا هشام. Where are your two notebooks, O Hisham? Where are your two notebooks, O Hisham? Uh, Hisham says, Sallamtuhuma laka amsi. I submitted both of them to you yesterday. Huma, right? Because dual, dual, dual. So huma, huma, huma. Sallamtu huma. I submitted to you. Them to you is coming later on. So I submitted them to you yesterday. Them both to you yesterday. Laka amsi. Al-Mudarris says, Asallamta li daftarayka ya majidu. Okay, so he said that he submitted to you. Now he's speaking to Majid. Sallamta, did you submit li to me daftaraika? Now sallama's object, no? So daftarani, he brought an example for daftaraka, right, with noon. Now he's teaching us aini. So aini with dropping of the noon. Sallamta li daftaraika ya Majidu. Did you submit to me your two notebooks? How did you know two notebooks? Because I. Alif is for dual. Again, ani became aini, and you drop the noon. Very easy if you just get a hang of it. Daftarayka ya Majidu. Did you submit your two notebooks, O Majid? Inni nasitu. Majid says, Majidun says, Inni nasitu an atiya bihima. Hmm? Inni nasitu an atiya bihima. Indeed, I, nasiya yansa, is to forget. Nasitu. Naqis, no? Nasitu, I forgot. Because nasita, nasituma, nasitum, nasiti, nasituma, nasituna, nasitu, nasina. Indeed, I forgot. An, I forgot two. An means two, right? Atiya. And we know that anlan kai idan, all the four are make the mudare mansoob. So which verb is this? This is atiya bihima. Atayati, to come. Now, atayati, if it comes with a B, it means to bring. It means to bring. Hmm? So, ataitu bil kitab. Ataitu, I came with the book. That means I brought the book. You can translate, I came with the book also. Bil kitab, I think. Bil kitab. Ataitu bil kitab. So he says, atiya. Because ati is the ati, nati. Ata, ataya, atau, the conjugation is naqis conjugation, no? Like masha, mashaya, mashau, ata, ataya, atau, atat, atayata, ataina, ataita, ataituma. Ataita means you came. Ataita, ataituma, ataitum, ataiti, ataituma, ataitunna, uh, ataitu, ataina. This is madi. Then ata, ya'ati. Ya'ati, ya'tiyani, ya'tuna. Ta'ti, ta'tiyani, ya'tina. Ta'ti, ta'tiyani, ta'tuna. Ta'tuna, it comes a lot in the Quran. Ta'tuna, you came. Then ta'tina, ta'tiyani. Um, ta'tina again because it's yeah. Then ati, it becomes ati with a mad. Why it is ati? Because it's actually ati, ati, and we remember, if you remember in book 2, akhada also akhudu it becomes. From akhudu it becomes akhudu, and akulu, I eat, and I take. So ati means I came. Ati, ati, and naati. For noon we don't do the mad. This becomes a mad because ati means I came. Noon we bring the hamza back because there's no two hamzas are not joining here. So ati, naati, like akhada yakhudu, akhudu becomes akhudu, I take, nakhudu. Same thing here. So atayati is to come, very common verb. Atayati. The amr is of atayati is i'ti, to come, come, i'ti, come, i'ti. Because it's, I don't know the spelling of it. Maybe it's like this because Hamza spellings is so confusing all the time. Um, I'ti, yeah, I'ti. Now what will happen is this I'ti, it's so difficult to say. They change it into a ya, et. Uh, yeah, it becomes et, et is just come. The it come. It becomes it because if you chop no, you cannot pronounce it so because ati, so it becomes it, something like that. Um, but this is it is not that common. What is common is with a fa or a wow, and with a fa or a wow, what will happen? Fa'ati, so come. Fa'ati. This is so common in the Quran. Fa'ati biha. Come with it or bring it. Wa'ati. You bring back the Hamza. Wa'ati. Inshallah. So this is a little difficult because it's Hamza's noun, right? Hamza's noun. And it's difficult. So wa'ati and fa'ati are very common. Fa'ati biha. Ibrahim alayhi salam says, right? Fa'ati biha min al-mashriqi. Min al-maghrib. Bring it from the west. Like Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala bring it from the east. So you bring it from the west. فَبُهِتَ الَّذِي كَفَرَ. And then he was dumbfounded, uh, the king. So fa'ati, wa'ati, and you bring. Because ata, fa'ati means actually to come. But if you bring a b, fa'ati biha, that means bring it. So this is a little confusing. So the amr is et, et is to just to come. Et. But we don't use that because this is Hamza. Instead they use ta'al. Ta'al is easier, no? Ta'al, come. قل تعالوا أتل ما حرم حرم عليكم ربكم تعالوا م? قل تعالوا and so on. Uh, so تعالوا is used. Et is very, I don't know if it is used, but it is there. تعالوا et. So إني نسيت أن آتي بهما. So آتي means I'll come, right? B came, so it became آتي بهما. I to come with them. That means to bring them. آتي بهما. المدرس says اذهب إلى المهجع. Go to the hostel. في الفسحة. فسحة is the break. فسحة is the break. Go to the hospital in the, not the hospital, hostel, dormitory. And go to the dormitory in the break, tea break or فسحة. استراحة also you can say. في الفسحة وقت وأتي بهما. See وأتي. Just now we talked about this. وأتي بهما. So the amr from atayati is et because it became et. But when you bring the wow, there's no need to bring the first hamza al wasl, so the hamza will come back wati because you cannot say viti. If you do like that, it'll become viti and sounds weird. So they brought the hamza back. It become wati and bring it bihima because b is coming. If it was without b, it would have been come wati and come. But wati bihima, so bring them both. Wa'ti bihima, fa'ti bihima. Fa means so bring them both. Dafatiru man hadihi ya harisu. Dafatiru man, we learned in book one. Qalamu man. Whose, this is also mudaf mudaf ilayh, right? Whose notebooks are these, ya haris? Right? That's how they ask. They don't say man dafatir because you could translate literally as who are these notebooks, right? So dafatiru man hadihi ya harisu. Ya mudaf mudaf ilayh. Naam. Al-Harith says, Hadani daftaraya. See, again, daftaraya. What is this daftaraya? These are my two notebooks because daftarani plus ya muttakallim. So Haza's dual is what? Hadani. And daftarani becomes daftaraya. What plus ya muttakallim? So aya, what was it? Aya ayya. Right? Marfu is aya and mansub is ayya. Daftarayya. وهذان دفترا حامد, and these two are Hamid's two notebooks. Daftara Hamidin. Now he uses ta'ala because it is so difficult to say, no? So they use ta'ala. Ta'ala ya Hisham. Come, O Hisham. Come, O Hisham. خذ دفتريك. See? دفتريني. Again, all this is with practice, yeah? خذ دفتريك. Take your two notebooks. Again, two notebooks. ذانك دفترا زميلك. ذانك. ذلك is dual is ذانك. Those two are the two notebooks of your classmate. Daftara. Because daftarani became uh, noon drop again, no? Daftara zamilika. Zanika. Ya Masood. He's just giving example sentence, right? Ya Masood, aina akhawaka. Because remember, akhun's dual is not akhani. That's the common one. Huh? Mistake. It's akhawani. 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 Ya Masood, aina akhawaka. Where are your two brothers? Because akhawani, noon drop again, and you add a ka. Where are your two brothers? Yeah, akhawani is the dual. Akhun musannahu akhawani. لا يحضران منذ يومين أو ثلاثة. لا يحضران, they are not present. So يحضر يحضران, right? The mudare, musanna. منذ since 2 days or three. It's 2 or 3 days. منذ يومين أو ثلاثة. ثلاثة أيام also he could have brought, but it's understood, right? Because يوم came here. منذ يومين أو ثلاثة. Since 2 days or three. كلاهما مريض. Both of them are sick. Now, what does kila means? Both. Kila. Kila and feminine is kilta. Kilta. Um, and these, the special property of kila is if they are considered as singular. It's like a couple, a couple of things. And so, because literally you should have said both of them, the general common sense thing should have been kilahuma maridani, right? Kilahuma maridani. Obviously, but this doesn't happen because kilahuma, because of this huma, they are considered singular. So this is something special about it, right? So they are considered one couple, one batch. You understand? One pair. And one pair, if you bring the khabar, you have to bring singular. Don't bring plural. Because it's like double duals. So they didn't like that. Right? So both of them are traders, for example, I want to say. So I won't say kilahuma tajirani. No. Kilahuma tajirun. Both of them. And mansub it becomes kila becomes kilai. Kilaihima. Kilaihima. And it comes in Surah Al-Kahf, kiltal jannat at kiltal jannataini atat ukulahuma. Both of the gardens. The atat means bring forth their atayati, but I think that is atayoti. Atat ukulahuma, they produce comes out of the two friends, right? They'll say, I have a lot of wealth and so on. So the first guy will have a lot of wealth and he'll have gardens, two gardens, and then Allah will destroy them. Kilahuma. So atat, not atatani over there. So kilahuma maridun. So this is something special. Mada bihima. So what is with them? When you're talking about diseases, it means what is wrong with them. I mean, what are they suffering from? That's how you say. So mada bika means what is wrong with you. I mean, what disease do you have? There's another way which is said malaka. That is said for what is wrong with you mentally. It comes in the Quran very common. Malakum. What is wrong with you guys? La tarjuna lillahi waqara. Malakum. Malaka. Malaka. And in the ahadith also the Prophet ﷺ says a lot. Malaka. What what is wrong with you? I mean, what's your situation? Kind of. Yeah. Malaka. With a laka. But ma bika means what disease you have. I mean, what are you suffering from? Ma asabaka. Asaba means to afflicted. What are you afflicted? So mada bihima, what is with them? That means what is bil maradi bihima? What is the marad with them? Inna kilayhima. So kila become kilay, right? Obviously, alif becomes I. Inna kilayhima musabun. We didn't say musabani again. Musabun bi ishalin shadidin. Indeed, both of them are afflicted. Musab means afflicted, and musiba, they are afflicted with ishal, diarrhea, severe diarrhea. Ishal is diarrhea. Bi ishalin shadidin. Shafahum Allahu. May Allah cure both of them. Shafahum Allah. So, kila, he brought this example for teaching us kila and kilay. Now, another topic. Al jawu harun ya ustad. The weather is hot, O teacher. Iftah tainika. He taught us zanika, no? Now, tanika becomes tainika. Iftah tainika nafidataini ya majidu. Open those two windows, ya majidu. So, tilka's dual is tanika. And tanika becomes tainika, like duals, right? Ani, aini. Zanika, zainika. It changes. Hadani, hadaini. And hatani, hataini. We learned that. It's the same thing here for tanika and zanika. Zanika, tanika. Tainika it becomes. Open those two windows, ya majidu, O majid. Nafidatani became nafidataini. Iqra darsa ya Hisham. Read the lesson. So now they're finally reading the lesson after talking about all these things. He was doing correction in the starting of the notebooks, and then he asked about the two brothers, and now he's reading the lesson. Hisham says, "An Aisha radiallahu anha, عن النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم قال." And from Aisha radiallahu anha, who said that the Prophet ﷺ said, ركعتا الفجر خير من الدنيا وما فيها. ركعتا الفجر. Two rak'ahs. So again, the noon is dropped here because rak'atani became rak'atal fajr. Two rak'ahs of fajr. That is a fard, right? Khayrun. And we learned many times, I think, before. I don't know. But khayrun is actually akhyarun. Whenever you see khayrun, 90% of the time the meaning is akhyar. Because kabir means big and akbar means bigger. Similarly, khair should be good. Right? Good. Akhyar should have been used. It's so difficult to say again. They prefer to use khair. So khair doesn't mean good here. It means better. It comes in the Quran very common. Khair. Hada zalika khairul lahum. That is better for them. That is not good for them. It is better for them. And shar is also like zalika sharrul lahum. That means asharrul lahum. Right? So they use the singular. That only happens for these two, from what I know. Khair and shar. Right? Good and bad. Other places we use better, bigger, if you want to say akbar, right? Smaller, asghar. So, rakat al-fajri khayrun, it doesn't mean good, it means better, min ad-dunya, from the world, wama, and whatever fiha, and what is in it, wama fiha. Rawahu Muslim wa Tirmizi. This is for the sunnah, not the fard, sorry. The sunnah of the fajr. The sunnah of the fajr. Rakat al-fajri khayrun min ad-dunya wama fiha. The sunnah of the fajr, not the fard salah. Prophet ﷺ used to always pray this and say this. Rakat al-fajri khayrun min ad-dunya wa ma fiha. Rawahu Muslimun wa Tirmidhi. So we should always, pray the sunnah of fajr. Al-Mudarris says, so he's explaining the whole thing. The noon al-niswa, noon al-musanna drops. Inna noon al-muthanna tuhdafu inda al-idafati. Indeed, the noon of the dual, tuhdafu, hadafa, yahdhifu, I think. حذف يحذف 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 from what I'm حذف يحذف. So it becomes passive. Can we do it next time? I thought we'll finish the lesson because that's what we do, no, all the time. It's too much. Okay, inshallah. Um, inshallah, too long. Okay. It's just half page of it. We can now, inshallah, no issues. I because I explained the rules also, so it looks too much. Inshallah. Okay, inshallah. Barakallahu feekum. No problem. We can finish it in 5 minutes next class and then start the exercises. Inshallah. So he's explaining this. Inshallah, we'll continue from here. Barakallahu feekum. Jazakallahu khairan. Subhanakallahumma wa bihamdik. أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك أستودعكم الله الذي لا تضيع ودائعه السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.
يا طالب العلم قم لا تنم فإن الزمان انقضى وانصرم